So at first, Minister, after you had gone to report me in front of President Tinubu and said all sorts, anyway, I am not beholden to you. My job is accountability.
You're too small for me to report you to the president.
No, but
if I see any other video of protest from Umhai again, we will do the actual protest, and we will request that David Umahi must give us a full breakdown of the money we spend for that project.
Mr. Umhai, we dey ask you again, how much is the coastal road per kilometer? Now people's money you dey spend.
Minister Dave Umahi, the Minister of Works, and Oseni Rufai of Arise TV had some altercation on Arise TV. That was 2 days ago, and the people of Ebonyi State are already protesting, saying that Oseni Rufai was rude and he should apologize to Minister Umhai. Of course, Umhai is from Ebonyi State, and this is why his people are coming out to protest, saying that we should not be demanding for cost per kilometer of the Lagos to Calabar coastal road, which they have spent nothing less than $700 million, and there is no accountability. This matter did not just go unnoticed though. Fayose, and the big man is a Verydarkman don't come out to giving stern warning to the people of Ebonyi State and Dave Umahi, according to Verydarkman. Should any of them come out again to protest, say him go lead the major protest and demand for accountability, demand for the cost per kilometer and for the cost of every single project where Dave Umahi don't ever do since he became the Minister of Nigeria. Yes, because this is a Minister of Nigeria, of the Federal Capital of Nigeria, not the Minister of Ebonyi State. And for that reason, we are demanding accountability. Oseni Rufai had this guy on choke. Before I play the video of Verydarkman and that of Fayose, for you to get the full knowledge of what actually transpired, not like Oseni Rufai was even fighting this guy. Oseni was asking simple question: Minister, what is the cost per kilometer of this Lagos to Calabar coastal, road, and also the next 100-meter road, which has been added and which you guys are borrowing billions, to construct? How much is per kilometer of that road construction? And minister started, dignifying himself. You need to watch the video. Watch the video first of all and stay tuned. And because after this, I will bring you the next video of Verydarkman giving stern warning on the matter. No be small wahala. Watch the video, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe.
So at first, Minister, after you had gone to report me in front of President Tinubu and said all sorts, anyway, I am not beholden to you. My job is accountability.
You're too small for me to report you to the president.
No, but they're empirical. Minister, let me speak. Minister, let me speak. I have empirical evidence. The world watched it on the commission of the project when you mentioned the questions I asked you to the president. That was reporting me to the president officially. The world watches, so you don't need to dilly-dally about the empirical facts. I don't talk without facts, Minister. When I have my facts, I talk. And I insist on my question when I ask on cost.
Let me only address you.
Minister, you will not allow me speak. The problem is you will not allow me speak. You spoke for over 20 minutes, over 10 minutes.
Because you don't know what you are speaking.
But let me speak. Let me speak. You will not allow me speak. You see, if you can just keep quiet and be calm and just allow me speak, I'll be happy. All right. So my question still persists as regards the cost per kilometer. You cannot tell me that we don't have a right to know the cost per kilometer, even if it's an undulating landscape. Give us all the facts and the details of the cost per kilometer. That's all we'll ask for. Other questions as regards the loans taken. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Listen to me.
Minister, you will not allow me to speak. The minister will not allow me to speak.
No. Don't do that with me.
Minister will not allow me to speak.
I was in your studio.
Minister will not allow me to speak.
And when the first section was on, and I ran the figures. And what you're asking us is 750 kilometers of coastal highway. We should tell you cost per kilometer. So you multiply by 750. That's nonsensical.
No, so tell me the cost per kilometer. There's nothing too hard for you to tell me that figure. You've not still told me that figure, so I was right on that point. The second point,
because you don't understand anything.
The second point I'm trying to make is
you don't understand anything. I'm a professor in this field.
Okay.
You don't understand anything.
What university gave you professorship in this field?
To tell you a cost.
What university gave you professorship in engineering? I didn't know you were Professor Umhai, Minister. I didn't know. So please,
I'm professor in practice. I'm professor in practice.
Okay.
I understand engineering very well.
So secondly,
and you have no knowledge of what you're asking.
If you will let me,
you have no knowledge.
If you will let me ask.
So you keep quiet.
Okay.
And then stop.
Minister, it's all right. Keep dignifying yourself and let the world see you for who you are. If you allow me speak, the other 100 kilometers that you said they've added to it, we would like to know the cost per kilometer of that one. And the Winsome Homes, the case is in court. Now, I would like to know the cost per kilometer for that one. I would like to also know The over 700 billion first tranche of loan you guys got for this project, has the money been spent? How was the money deployed? I would also like to know. I would also like to know the terms of that loan. All right? How many years? What's the payback period? What's the payback moratorium of that loan? And for the Winsome Homes, isn't it interesting that as somebody that's been a governor in the state, you know the law, a case is in court, and then you're coming to talk about the details of the cases in court. Because you denied that the case was not in court. Now you've already accepted that the case is in court. So it's not just better you thrash it out with the woman that has been reporting a case in public that we all heard, and I ask you questions based on that. So, Minister, just answer the questions. I've got no axe to grind with you. You know that. We've spoken many times. In fact, when your people call to book, I booked them, and I said you should come on air. So please just tell us those information. It's very important, Minister.
Now, welcome back again. That was a short video. I didn't want to actually bore you by playing the full video because, of course, that short video summarizes everything that transpired between them in Arise TV. So it's already circulating everywhere. How the minister called Oseni Rufai. You heard it from your by yourself, calling Oseni Rufai a lot of names. Oseni Rufai is, doesn't know what he's saying, and a lot of names that a minister of a country should not have said such words in a public national television. Now, Verydarkman has taken it upon himself to say, this is another level of criminality in governance, and since the people of Ebonyi State are claiming that the minister is right, saying they are protesting, claiming that Oseni Rufai should apologize in a democratic government. How dare those people come out? Those are gang of criminality, a gang of people who are making sure that the country does not move forward. When individuals are agitating and speaking up, asking questions, valid questions, minister, you're spending taxpayers' money. How are you using this money? 2026, there's a lot of new taxation that have already been put in place. Are we going to be paying tax without accountability? Are they going to start charging us and collecting all this money without any appropriate explanation and appropriate, arrangement and plans to show that okay, they are spending this money properly? Is it now a big deal? Is it now a sin or a bad thing to request that okay, I gave you money to do this. How have you spent this money? What have you done? What is left? And give me a breakdown of what you have done. That is not a big deal. Verydarkman is saying, and also Isaac Fayose stated, because Isaac Fayose has already made this clear. He even made, likened, Dave Umahi to one of the songs from Shein Kuti. You understand? Now watch the video, listen to it in Verydarkman, because I fully support this particular motion. Should they come out again, Nigeria will storm the streets and request for a breakdown. Ministers like this are not supposed to be serving the country. These people are just bunch of criminals that are being used by the president himself to embezzle funds and steal money from the government. Watch the video, guys, and I'll be right back.
Alright, so I just see a video of Ebonyi State youth where they go protest. Say Rufai of Arise TV must apologize to Dave Umahi because of that interview where go viral. Now listen to me, Ebonyi State youth, all of now where go do that protest. If I see any other video of protest from Umhai again, we go do the actual protest, and we will request that Dave Umahi must give us a full breakdown of the money we spend for that project. And guess what? It is our right, because Umhai is holding a public office. You are doing this now because Umhai come from Una state. But Umhai is not the minister of work of your state. He's the minister of work of the whole Nigeria. He's holding a Nigerian office, a public office. And we have the right. We have the right to ask him that a public service holder cannot give account of the money they gave to him for a project. Is so crazy. And you have the audacity when I go organize protest to do what? If we not try them again, Umhai will not only give us account of that project, but will give us the account of all the projects he has ever done since they made the minister of work, because it is our right. God will punish all of them, punish Umhai. I say God will punish all of you and punish Umhai. Can you just imagine? You think if your Umhai is somewhere else, you think he will survive? By now he go to jail. Public service holder. You go public TV, you go national TV. You want talk, it's too small for me. You have been empowered by our funds that's in your pockets. That's why you don't respect us anymore. That's why you look at Nigerians that they are small. Because nobody hold the people accountable. But this is the height of it. To come out and protest after the nonsense that Dave Umahi did. To come out and protest to his defense and say Rufai must apologize. That's the highest level of gaslighting for me. But if you want protest, We'll do protests for you. You see, they call an order for order, then a band for band. Umhai for Mumuyi. Because now Mumu level will take Duam. It go reach and say, okay, yes, everybody go know where I stand for that country. We gonna try them again. Make I just see any other video again. Apart from this one, I wanna do. Ma just see any other video again. Apart from this one, if they born on well, make I see any other video again. The highest, unless if I just enter Nigeria, they arrest me. But so far, I enter that country, and everything go, I reach my house. Umhai must tell us how much he spend. And like I said, it is our right because it's a public office holder. Normally, as that interview finish, where we don't say Umhai, na person we say you know if you give account, we are supposed to enter street and ask that he give us account. Because say Nigerian youth, they always they laid back, say okay, yes, we could just observe. We should not take it as a weakness or take and say we'll be mumu. If they're born on our way, you can see any other protest again. And as for you, David Umahi, you better be prepared. If they enter streets, you must tell us how much you spend. And you also need to be careful because your people now they don't start to scratch the wound open. You understand? So maybe very, very soon, we might actually do a protest, whether they come out or not. We might end up doing a protest that you must tell us how much you spend. Proud, arrogant, low self-esteem man. Instead of works. Rubbish. I dey wait. Man, see on a video again online. I'm waiting. Please, protest again. Please, I beg you, protest. Do it again. Wanna go, do am. You will learn and you will learn.
God bless Verydarkman because he made a valid point. I mean, is it now very, very difficult for us to demand accountability? Anytime we open our mouth demanding for accountability, they will always come up with, a team of gang of criminalities. They will pay some people out there on the street to come out and protest. I saw some under the comment section, I saw that, the people of Ebonyi State were defending themselves. They say they are not in support of what these people are doing, coming out to protest. I mean, this is a democratic government. Everyone is entitled to his or her opinion. And we as a Nigerian asking the government or the people who we have elected and put into office to represent us in different sectors, how far the money you have gotten from us, how are you spending it? These are taxpayers' money. Nigerians pay a lot of tax, and even in 2026, the tax is going to be increased. And we need to begin to ask ourselves the questions. This money they are collecting, it's not about collecting the money. What are they using this money to do? That is the question. Is this money really serving the people of Nigeria, or this money just being, wasted? Are they wasting the money? These people are steadily borrowing unsteady. They are borrowing a lot. Just into 1 year or few months of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in office, he borrowed $6.3 billion from World Bank, and World Bank has issued a statement that Nigeria at the moment has over 139 million people living in abject poverty. They said below poverty standard. That is to say, we don't pass poverty rates. We are now under. I mean, and again, David came out in a new report that as it stands right now, Nigeria is one of the most unlivable places on earth because of the rate of kidnapping, banditry, Boko Haramism that is already taking over the place. And okay, we are paying tax, but we are not being protected. Then these are questions we're supposed to be asking. If we are paying tax, then our lives should be protected. We are paying some tax for the security of our lives, but we are not being safeguarded. This is evil and criminality at its peak, and Nigerians must condemn it. I strongly support Verydarkman on this one. Should they come out again and do cho, we go enter streets, show them say this country now for everybody. It's not for a selective, for selected individuals. Listen to waiting, Isaac Fayose talk. Isaac already made it clear. A man of wisdom, always on point. Minister, give us, the average, kilometer, the cost per kilometer of what you're doing. It is not so difficult for you to know. You understand? How are you spending $700 million? You understand? How are you spending this money? average, cost per kilometer. How much do you spend? So that Nigerians will know and will calculate and will say, okay, you have done the right thing, because Lagos to Calabar coastal highway should not cost up to $700 million. Waiting then they build. Now China Bridge then they build. Even China Bridge, I'm not sure say it cost $700 million. Watch the video, guys, and stay tuned.
Minister Umhai versus Rufai Oseni. Minister, how much per kilometer? Do you know who I am? Minister, how much per kilometer? I'm a professor in this business. Minister, how much per kilometer? I've been doing this for years, for donkey years. Minister, how much is our coastal road per kilometer? Simple answer. Fela don sing am. Simple yes or no. Minister, how much per kilometer? The thing never reach. Make your village people they protest. Why are they protesting? The guy is asking you a simple question, Mr. Minister. How much is Lagos Calabar coastal road per kilometer? It's a simple question. Just answer. 1 million, 1 billion, 2 billion per kilometer. It varies. Okay, give us plus minus. Rufai, I'm not your mate. You are very rude. Minister Umhai, we dey ask you again. How much is the coastal road per kilometer? Now people's money you dey spend. Now people's money you dey spend. How much per kilometer? Simple yes or no. We never reach fight. Minister, talk how much. Umhai, how much per kilometer? In a country where the worst of us are ruling the best of us, the worst people among us are ruling the best of us. We are in a country where people that are not smart are controlling the smart people among them. And we've been like this since 1960. That is why out of 220 million Nigerians, 139 million are facing multi-dimensional poverty level. In a country where the worst of us are ruling the smart, the best of us, and the smart are not allowed to rule. They disqualify the smart people among us to allow people that are not smart to control our system. And the result of that is more poverty, poverty, poverty in a country where the worst of us are controlling the best of us. And the people that are not smart are ruling the smart people. The result is multi-dimensional poverty system. That's why you have 139 million people living with abject poverty. If you minus 139 million from 200 to 220 million, you get the result. And the game is still on, where the worst of us are cleared, and the worst of us are cleared, and the best of us are disqualified. Even the disqualification letter, they forgot or they forget to sign the letter. May God bless Nigeria. Well done.
Big shout out to all the people who have been advocating for the rights of Nigeria. See, the problem of Nigeria is how should I say it? Nigerian problem should become a national matter. It is, it requires an urgent, intervention. Nigerian matter at the moment is not something that will be one-sided. One person is talking, the other person is, opposing and, disposing. This is not. We are not debating about it. If Nigeria must work, that accountability should become one of the most, effective, way to ensure that yes, we are working. If you're borrowing all this money, like what body came out and declared that you borrowed this money, but we are still living in poverty. We don't have electricity, but you borrowed a lot of money and you said you allocated about $500 million to electricity. With the power heaven and earth, so if you say the money no do, still a lot of Nigerians are denied access to medical health care. A lot of villages don't have hospitals, not live hospitals, small medical health care center. They don't have it, and these people are still voting you day in, day out. I blame Nigeria for this one. How will we be voting you? And because if you look very, very well, these people use the rural areas to rig election very, very well, because most of the time they can't rig the city, but in the villages they rig it open eye and nobody can fight them. The villagers are not even aware of what they're saying. They go buy their maggi, buy sword, go share for village, buy umbrella like PDP go do. Draw, buy their umbrella, carry go share. APC go buy broom, buy bag of rice, buy one or two things, buy maggi, buy pepper, buy salt, go share for village people, and they will vote them because they are not sensitized. And yes, these people who are the major people who they use to rig election are not even enjoying the benefit of government. They don't even know that there's what is called good governance. They feel that suffering is continuous. They just enter the market and things are increasing. They can't afford the basic things that they need to survive as a citizen of a country. Their security is not guaranteed. They are being pied. Most people who are pied in this country are people who are living in the villages. Yes, yet these people are the one voting these governors, ministers, presidents into office. But after they vote, they are being forgotten and abandoned. It is a crime against the people of Nigeria, and we must stand up against it if this country must work. This country should not be one-sided. The selective treatment should become something that we begin to speak against. Double standard in government. The government that favors the rich and influential people, and the poor people are left to anguish, left to die and in anguish and in poverty. This is the height of wickedness. They are steadily stealing the money meant for the public. Public funds. Nigeria has been ranked as one of the most corrupt countries of the world and the most unlivable place. Yet, our leaders are not concerned. What they are concerned is how to steal and protect their ego and pay people. I pity those who are being paid to actually come out and defend this present administration that has brought nothing but calamity upon us. May God save us. So I still believe a new Nigeria is possible. If we rise together collectively, we can save this country from the damage that is going on. APC and that damage control. Always on damage control instead of doing the right thing. Well, guys, this is how much you can take on this for now. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and also share your opinion on the comment section. And see you on my next video.